Up with KREM begins now.
6:30 on our Monday morning. Today, the Boeing 737 MAX is back in service with Alaska Airlines. This is after a nearly 2-year grounding. Up ahead, how often the plane will be taking to the skies.
And we're taking you outside on a beautiful Monday morning. Look at the sun coming up. It's gorgeous, it's mild, and temperatures are on the rise. We'll walk you through what to expect.
And this morning, we're taking a look at the highlights from the Golden Globes, and that includes an emotional tribute that stole the show. Well, here locally, a lot of folks waking up this morning, a lot of students getting ready for their first day of in-person learning in nearly a year. We have middle and high school students returning to class today in Spokane. We want to hear from you. What would you look forward to most if you had not been in school for the past year? You can tell us on Twitter or text us your thoughts at 509-448-2000. And this morning, students in the Central Valley School District also heading back to class, and that's where we find Dana Marie McNichol. She joins us live this morning from Selkirk Middle School. Hi, Dana Marie.
Hi, good morning, Jen. Well, it's pretty quiet right now as students aren't expected to come until 8:30 this morning. I do have the Director of Communications with me this morning, Marla, to give us information on how students are coming back to school this year and how it's going to look a little bit different.
Yes, we've actually had our middle school students and high school students back for the last month in an ABCD hybrid model. And this is the second phase of that model where they're coming back in that AB model. So they'll be coming back 2 days a week starting today.
And is that a state, a Spokane Public Schools district-wide schedule, but also Central Valley could pick their own, right?
Yes, with Central Valley, the majority of the schools are on that AB schedule where they're Monday and Thursday. The Monday and Thursday are combining, and the Tuesday and Friday are combining. There are a couple of schools that are doing slightly different than that, but the majority of our schools are on that model.
And then Wednesday, everybody is online.
Yes, Wednesday is the virtual day, and then for our high school students, we have in the afternoon that teacher availability for the online as well.
Go over for people watching at home those COVID protocols, what's been in place and how that's looking for students and parents as well.
This is the great thing about doing the phased-in plan as we get our students and staff and everybody ready for more students coming back, because we have an attestation station as students come in. They get their temperature checked either at the car or as they enter the building, turn in their attestation slip to say that they don't have any COVID symptoms, and then they go through the hallways. We have social distancing markers in place and cones to indicate that, and our students have been very, very cooperative.
What is the reaction from students once they heard that they're going to be back in classroom a little bit more during the school year or school week?
They are very excited. They miss their friends, and that's probably the most exciting part, is to have that social connection. I think all of us miss that, and really that's the best part, and that's what they look forward to.
And what about teachers? What's their reaction this morning?
Teachers are very excited to have those students. Of course, they've been making those connections online, but there's nothing like that in-person connection to connect with the student.
Have they mentioned what they're most looking forward to until the rest of the school year here?
I think what everybody's looking forward to the most, both students and teachers alike, are being back full-time as we can return to that normal as soon as we're able to do so.
Can you describe what the classroom looks like for people at home? Are students in certain numbers in classrooms?
Yeah, we do have a reduced number in the classrooms, and all of the desks are 6 feet apart. So prior to this last month, they've had 1/4 of the class in person, and the other 3/4 are there virtually. So they're teaching both in person and virtually at the same time. They will continue doing that model as we move forward, but they will have half the students in class and half virtual. So that's the phased-in approach that we're working on right now.
Great. Well, if you have any more questions for us here on Up with KREM for Marla in the Central Valley School District, please send them to us, 509-448-2000. We're going to be making sure to get those to her and answer any of those questions as well. So students are coming at 8:30 this morning. This is the first Monday of that 2-day AB schedule, as she was saying, that students have been in person, but just a little bit a less amount of time in school. And then Wednesdays, every student is going to be virtual. So I'm sure students are very excited this morning as they're getting ready to head down here on this Monday morning. I'm Dana Marie McNichol reporting live.
All right, Dana Marie, thank you so much, and to Marla as well this morning. Coming up now on 6:35. Of course, the first day of school. A lot of kids are waiting for the bus stop this morning, maybe walking to school. Jeremy, it's been the first time in about a year they're going to have to really pay attention to this forecast before they're heading out to school.
Yeah, you know, it was one of those ones where I went, oh, shoot, I have first day of school weather graphics, and I need to go dig those up. Maybe I'll start doing that here quickly, because temperatures this morning are pretty mild. 36 degrees here in Spokane, and what a beautiful start to the day. Wind out of the southeast at about 10 miles per hour is enough that you don't really have to worry about it. 28 in Coeur d'Alene, 36 up in Sandpoint. Temps in the mid-30s out in central Washington, so get ready for a mild start to school. Wow, that sounds weird, especially since we are in March. March 1st officially, and as we move through the day, expect a mix of clouds and sun. Think yesterday's amount of clouds, but with more sun shining through them. That's the way I would look at today. We'll call it partly sunny, and a similar day tomorrow as well. But here's what happens with our temperatures. As the sun comes out, temperatures climb, and we are up near 50 degrees later on today. And if that doesn't sound like a great way to kick off the school year, well, I don't know if I can do much better. Although later this week, Jen, maybe up near 60.
I know we've been talking back and forth the past couple weeks if winter's really done, but when we're talking about 60s,
yeah,
looks like we're on the upward trend here.
Yeah, you know, and we talked about this last Friday. There are plenty of times where here in Spokane, we wind up just not seeing any more snowfall between now and, well, next fall or whenever it comes again. So, hey, that's a 50-50 shot that we're done with snow.
All right, Jeremy, I'll take it.
Just saying.
6:36 now. Well, today Alaska Airlines will be returning the Boeing 737 MAX jet to service. Experts certified that plane in November after being grounded for 20 months. Alaska Airlines spent 5 weeks training its pilots and other employees, and Alaska will add a second MAX to its fleet later this month. The plane's fuel efficiency is a selling point for airlines.
And that's especially important right now because of the pandemic. If the airlines can reduce their costs, operating costs by 15 or 16%, that's huge.
And Alaska does have plans to buy a total of 68 jets in the next 4 years. Well, this morning we are highlighting the top moments from the Golden Globes. It took place last night, mostly virtually. Netflix scored big. Schitt's Creek took home the Best TV Series Musical or Comedy category, and star Catherine O'Hara also won Best Television Actress. The Crown took home several awards. It won Best Television Drama and multiple awards for their cast, and that included the actress who plays Princess Diana. Borat's subsequent movie film won Best Film in the Musical or Comedy category. In his post-win speech, star Sacha Baron Cohen thanked Rudy Giuliani. He called him his fresh new talent who came out of nowhere, who turned out to be a comedy genius. Chadwick Boseman posthumously won the award for Best Actor in a Drama. He died last year of cancer. His widow accepted his award on his behalf. Nomadland won the Best Picture for Drama, and its director became just the second woman to win Best Director. Pretty cool. And we mentioned that it took place mostly virtually. They were live on both coasts, Jeremy, with the hosts in different locations. And in the crowd, instead of stars, they had first responders.
Oh, love it. Love it. And Jen, you know, watching those things where they kind of host them virtually, we sometimes have people who are at home or working remotely, and that delay is killer. It's so hard to work with comedic timing and even have just a half-second delay.
You know, I was thinking about our production staff and, you know, how they would have to be working with all of that in real time.
Yeah.
They couldn't pay me enough to want to do that.
No, there is no chance, but they pulled it off and everything looked good, so that's pretty cool.
Hey, it's the first big award show of the season. Maybe we'll see more return, too.
Oh.
All right, this morning we're talking about some remarkable women shattering glass ceilings and being celebrated in the history books. After the break, we connect the dots on how women of the past paved the way for the future.
And we're taking you back outside, talking a warm start to the week, and it's officially meteorological spring. I'll let you know what that means coming up.